Here's why sleep matters. Every decision you make tomorrow is built on how you sleep tonight. And you don't need more time throughout the day. You just need higher quality hours in the day. So sleep isn't just a break from life. It's the very fuel that we need to approach life the right way. If you don't believe me, here's the science. I'm not going to read all this out for you, but you can pause the video. You can read it. Here's the impact of poor sleep. It's atrocious. Just one night of 4 to 5 hours of sleep, it decreases your immune system response. Your testosterone decreases. Here's the bottom line. Sleep is not just recovery. It actually is about performance. Your cognitive, your physical, your hormonal, your emotional performance, all of it, right? So here's the big idea. Poor sleep means poor self-control, right? Discipline, mood, energy, all of that can collapse without a good night's sleep. And I'm sure you've experienced this. If you don't own your nights, you'll never own your life. So here's the 4 keys to unshakable sleep. Circadian rhythm is king. You want to wake and sleep at the same time every day. Your light exposure is the biggest factor that plays in your circadian rhythm. You want to be very careful, not just to avoid light at night, like scrolling your phone or your devices, but you want to get good light in the morning. You want it to be very bright. You want to walk outside. Your morning starts the night before. Don't just be willy-nilly, set an alarm and go dilly-dally. No, you need to prepare. Sleep takes preparation. Everything that you care about takes intentionality and preparation. So have a night routine. Discipline over dopamine. No one's really a night owl. Let's be honest. You weren't designed that way. You just like doing things at night. And I think you should be more disciplined about that because of everything we just discussed in the slides above. And environment dictates behavior. This is super huge. This is also my bedroom right now, but what I do is I actually put my mattress on the wall. And so this place throughout 90% of the day is an office. But when I'm ready to go to sleep, I'll just put this mattress down. I'll push my desk back, close all the lights and the devices and everything. Except what I do is I play classical music on my laptop because it helps me fall asleep. But if your room is also your office, if it's also your workout station, if it's also this, you want to be able to separate that somehow. So here's the protocol. This is what the ideal looks like. When I'm at my best, this is what I'm doing. 60 to 90 minutes before bed, I'm putting my phone on airplane mode. Nobody can reach me. I don't want to think about the possibility of anybody reaching me. I'm not going to talk to nobody. I'm going to sit. I'm going to prepare for bed. And I'm going to just slow down my day until I get to bed. Lights, they start to get shut off. I put a red light filter on my laptop. There's one called Flux. I put the red light filter on my phone. Most phones, the accessibility setting, you can put it. It's like one of the colorblind modes. Stretch, walk, relax, journal, do gratitude practices, maybe read some scripture. Whatever your top priorities are for the next day in the morning, or just try to prepare those things at night. You have to let yourself know, okay, this day is ending and the next one is starting when I go to sleep. Emotional reset, deep belly breathing. This is something I learned about and I've loved doing it ever since. You take a deep breath. You can try it right now. Take a deep breath from your belly. Focus on your belly. Take a deep breath in your belly. Hold it for a couple seconds and then exhale slowly. It activates your nervous system so that you can get into a more relaxed state rather than breathing from your chest. And let go of the day. Be like, today's done. What have I done today? What have I gotten done? What am I setting out to do? Remind yourself why you should relax and go to sleep in the moment. So this is something that I love to throw in as a cherry on top. After you have the routine, after you're doing something like this, you would come in and throw these in just to make things easier for you. By no means do I think this is step one, but these are definitely things that help you. Environmental protocol. This is what you're going to do with your room. You want to treat it like a sanctuary. You want to be super cold. You want there to be no light. You want there to be no screens and technology. And you want to have maybe some white noise, classical music if that helps you fall asleep. Or not, you can have silence. And here's a bonus too. In the morning, if you get cold exposure and sunlight, again, your circadian rhythm, your body is going to know that this is daytime. This is time to wake up. And so it's going to know that 12 hours later, 14 hours later, that it's bedtime. Here are some of the killers of sleep. We've kind of gone through this already. Blue light, late eating. If you ever have to choose between do I eat or do I sleep? It's sleep every single time. When you are coming home late or it's been a long day and you're like, oh, I'm hungry, but oh, it's my bedtime. If you eat, you're not only prolonging your bedtime, but you're lowering your sleep quality. And then when you wake up, you might even feel pretty groggy or a lot worse because of the big meal that you just had that you're still trying to digest. It just doesn't make any sense. Go to sleep. You actually have higher quality sleep when you're fasted, which is why I wouldn't recommend eating 2 to 3 hours before bed either. Scrolling, don't do it. Alcohol, don't be getting drunk all the time. I think if you're in this program, you probably know that. Caffeine after 2 p.m. Caffeine is still in your blood 6 to 9 hours later, even up to 12 hours later. So I would say really if it's the afternoon already, don't be drinking a bunch of coffee. And also just try not to live a chaotic life. I think that's generally good advice for anybody. Just try to be a man of like virtue and excellence and peace and, be good. The biggest factor, which is, I kind of just touched on it. Did I live aligned today? Is anything weighing on me? When you drift through the day, just kind of fooling around. Yeah, man, I'm just chilling. It's not going to really help you to relax because you have nothing that you're relaxing from, right? When you train and you execute and you serve and you stay on mission, your body's going to want to rest because you've actually been productive. Sleep comes easier when your spirit is at peace. I didn't write this down, but one of the most powerful tools for peace is forgiveness. Forgiving others, forgiving yourself. If you can learn how to do that, it actually is going to help your sleep, but it's going to do a heck of a lot more than that. But we're not going to get into all of that in this video. This is particularly about sleep. Here's the real secret. Ecclesiastes 5:12. It's in the Old Testament. It says, sweet is the sleep of a laborer, whether he eats little or much, but the full stomach of the rich will not let him sleep. It's basically saying that if you live your life like you're luxurious, you just live it for yourself, you kind of don't need to do anything or worry about anything. Even the things that you do, like you're not really giving it much care, kind of half-assed, whatever, that's not going to let you sleep. But if you labor, if you work towards a mission, if you do things that matter, if you give it your all that day, then you're going to sleep pretty well. And that trumps, to be honest, that trumps all of this. Because I've been in a place where I did all of this. I had all the supplements. I had the perfect room. And I avoided all the killers. But I didn't have peace. It's because I wasn't approaching my day correctly. I wasn't giving it my all. Give it your all. Quick start plan. This is your takeaways from this video. You want to write this down or you want to take a screenshot, do your thing. Pick a consistent bedtime and wake time window. Commit to no phone in bed ever. Put it on airplane mode. Set it on the other side of the room so that when the morning comes by, you're not pressing snooze 5 times, 6 times, but you actually get up to go turn it off. Wind down with 3 non-negotiables. The non-negotiables means you're going to do this every single night no matter what. Whether it's to disconnect from the world and put your phone in airplane mode, whether it's to slow down and take deep breaths, whether it's an emotional reset, like maybe you want to practice gratitude, maybe you want to journal, something like that. Just start building out that routine from earlier. Optimize your bedroom, and before you sleep, ask yourself, what am I waking up for? Do I feel fulfilled? Why? Why not? You want to reflect. Again, this is the most important part. Have peace. Find your peace. Here's a bonus. I didn't write this down either. Here's a bonus for watching this video. Really practical thing too. Mouth tape, nose strip, eye mask. I do it every night. Mouth tape, nose strip, eye mask. I'm going to have the links down the bottom. Again, the first line of defense should be what we spoke about with the routine. It should be your peace. That's actually something you can order right now and you can implement right away. Don't be afraid about suffocating if you're wearing mouth tape. You're not going to. Your body knows how to breathe through your nose. No pun intended. The whole point of it is that if you're mouth breathing while you're sleeping, it's going to be harder to enter into that deep rest where your body actually gets rejuvenated. Because our bodies are meant to breathe through our nose. You ever heard somebody be insulted like, you mouth breather? It's not a good thing. You don't want to breathe through your mouth. You want to breathe through your nose. And at night, a lot of us snore. And the reason why you're snoring is because you're not breathing correctly. So mouth tape is not only going to help you sleep better, but it's going to actually train your sort of your body, your breath, kind of like how to breathe correctly throughout the rest of the day too. So it's going to be really good.